From love stories to long-lasting relationships, men often try to impress women with their money, looks, or charm. But have you ever wondered if the real key to attracting a woman isn't in those obvious things? In reality, it's the understanding of the hidden psychological weaknesses of women that can make a relationship deeper and more meaningful. In this video, we will explore 10 psychological weaknesses that women may not even realize they have, and how we can use this knowledge to build a stronger, more fulfilling connection. Let's dive into the psychology behind attraction in relationships, and discover how understanding these subtle aspects can transform the way you approach love. The power of emotional stability. Women seek emotional stability and safety in a relationship. They want to feel that the man beside them can control his emotions and maintain composure when faced with challenges. This sense of emotional steadiness creates a sense of security and trust. It reassures them that, no matter the circumstance, their partner will remain calm and grounded. When a man shows emotional resilience and remains calm during stressful situations, he becomes a pillar of strength. This isn't about suppressing feelings, but rather about demonstrating control over how those feelings are expressed. Emotional stability doesn't just create peace in relationships, it also fosters a deeper connection, as it signals reliability, maturity, and confidence. In times of crisis or conflict, women are naturally drawn to those who can navigate through difficulties without letting emotions overwhelm the situation. The ability to stay grounded and lead with calmness becomes incredibly attractive. It's not about perfection, but the strength to remain composed and handle situations with grace. Emotional stability in a man isn't just about being calm, it's about showing that he can handle adversity with confidence and provide a safe emotional space for his partner. Women are attracted to the unattainable. Psychologically, humans are naturally drawn to things that are difficult to attain. Women, in particular, are often more attracted to men who create a sense of mystery and who aren't always readily available. The allure of something elusive, something they can't easily grasp, makes a person seem more valuable and intriguing. When a man is constantly available, it can sometimes lead to a sense of predictability and familiarity, which, over time, may diminish attraction. However, when he knows how to strike a balance, being present when needed but also maintaining his own independence and space, he becomes more appealing. It's not about playing games, but rather about maintaining a healthy sense of self-respect and personal boundaries. This behavior taps into the psychological concept of playing hard to get, which isn't about being distant or aloof, but about maintaining a sense of value by not being entirely accessible all the time. The unpredictability, the mystery, and the occasional absence create anticipation and desire, making the connection even stronger when they are present. To attract women, it's not about being distant or unavailable all the time, but about maintaining a balance between being present and creating a sense of mystery and exclusivity. The attraction of voice and presence. A deep, warm voice and a strong presence can attract women even before a word is spoken. Confidence is not only conveyed through what is said, but also through the way a man carries himself, his gestures, his eye contact, and his overall attitude. These nonverbal cues create an irresistible allure that draws people in. When a man speaks with authority and confidence, his voice alone can captivate and intrigue. But it's not just about the sound of his voice, it's the energy he brings into a room. His presence fills the space, and his demeanor commands attention without being overly dominant. Women are drawn to this type of magnetic presence because it signals strength, security, and maturity. It shows that he is comfortable with who he is and doesn't need to prove anything. Confidence is key. It's not just about the words you say, but how you carry yourself. A deep voice and a strong presence are powerful tools that attract others and create lasting impressions. Women can't resist a man who knows when to walk away. When a man is willing to walk away without feeling the need to chase or hold on, it creates a powerful dynamic in a relationship. This subtle act of detachment sends a message that he values himself and his time, and he's not afraid to walk away if the connection isn't right. This behavior triggers something in women, making them feel they must put in more effort to earn his attention and affection. It's not about playing hard to get or being distant on purpose. It's about having the confidence and self-respect to walk away when the situation doesn't align with your needs and values. When a man shows he's not afraid to leave, it sparks an emotional challenge for women. They are driven to work harder to win him over. This creates a sense of pursuit, which naturally increases attraction. The power of walking away lies in demonstrating your value and self-worth. When you aren't afraid to leave, it makes you more desirable because it shows you aren't desperate and that you have high standards. A man with a purpose is a woman's weakness. Women are naturally drawn to men who have a clear purpose in life, those who are not centered around themselves, but are always working toward a larger goal. This sense of direction and ambition creates an undeniable attraction. When a man is focused on something bigger than himself, it signifies strength, determination, and passion, qualities that women admire and respect deeply. A man with purpose is captivating because he has a vision, and he is driven by it. He doesn't need to chase attention because his focus and energy are directed toward his goals. This kind of dedication creates an aura of power and mystery, and women find themselves wanting to be a part of that vision. It's not about being successful, but about having the drive to achieve something meaningful. A man with a clear sense of purpose is not only attractive but also creates a sense of admiration and respect. His ambition and focus are what draw women in, as they see him as someone who has direction and passion. The paradox of vulnerability, controlled sensitivity. Women are often attracted to men who can express their emotions, yet still maintain strength and control. They appreciate vulnerability, but only when it's balanced with confidence and composure. The ability to show sensitivity without losing control or becoming overly emotional is a powerful trait that draws women in. It's not about being stoic or hiding emotions. It's about knowing when to open up and when to maintain a strong sense of self. Men who are emotionally intelligent and aware of their vulnerability, but who don't let it define them, are seen as more attractive because they can handle life's challenges without being overwhelmed by their feelings. This balance creates an aura of maturity and emotional depth that is both captivating and reassuring. The key to attraction lies in finding the balance between emotional openness and strength. Vulnerability is only powerful when it's expressed in a way that maintains confidence and composure. Women often test a man's strength. Women, knowingly or unknowingly, create subtle and invisible challenges to assess a man's emotional stability, strength, and confidence. These challenges may not always be obvious, but they come in various forms, from testing a man's patience to evaluating how he handles stress, conflict, or even moments of vulnerability. These tests are not about causing trouble but are deeply rooted in the instinct to gauge whether a man is capable of handling the complexities of a relationship and life's challenges. The reason women do this is multifaceted. On one hand, they seek emotional security. They want to know that their partner will remain calm and steadfast in times of crisis. On the other hand, they are testing their partner's commitment and resilience. The way a man reacts to these challenges reveals his emotional maturity, integrity, and ability to remain grounded. Women are drawn to men who can handle pressure without crumbling, men who can stand firm without becoming overly defensive or distant. When a woman tests a man's strength, it's not about manipulation, it's about assessing whether he can be the rock she needs in times of trouble. Her respect for him grows when he doesn't react impulsively, but instead maintains control over his emotions, making rational decisions without succumbing to emotional chaos. The way a man responds to challenges, how he handles pressure, conflict, and emotional turbulence, is a defining factor in the strength of his relationship. Women naturally test their partner's ability to stay true to himself under pressure, and how he handles these tests often determines the level of respect and attraction she feels. Confidence in the face of rejection is irresistible. Women are naturally drawn to men who can handle rejection with grace and poise. It's not just about being unaffected by rejection, but about maintaining self-worth and confidence even in the face of it. Men who don't let rejection define their value and continue to move forward with assurance and resilience are incredibly attractive. When a man faces rejection and doesn't let it shake his confidence or self-esteem, it shows emotional maturity and strength. He understands that rejection is a natural part of life and that it doesn't diminish his worth or capabilities. Rather than retreating or becoming discouraged, He uses the experience to learn and grow, displaying an inner resilience that women find both reassuring and appealing. This type of confidence is magnetic because it signals that a man is comfortable with who he is and doesn't rely on external validation to feel good about himself. It's not about arrogance, but about a deep, inner confidence that remains unshaken by the opinions or actions of others. The key to irresistible attraction lies in a man's ability to remain confident and true to himself. Even in the face of rejection, his ability to maintain self-worth, regardless of external circumstances, is a sign of emotional strength and resilience. Women are fascinated by men who are hard to figure out. If you can keep yourself unpredictable and maintain an air of mystery, you'll easily capture a woman's attention. A man who cannot be easily understood right away creates a sense of intrigue and curiosity. Women are naturally drawn to men who keep them guessing, who don't lay everything out on the table at once. This mystery sparks a desire to uncover more, to learn what lies beneath the surface. Being hard to figure out doesn't mean playing games or being dishonest. It means maintaining a certain level of independence and emotional complexity that isn't immediately accessible. When you have layers to your personality and you don't reveal them all at once, you create an emotional challenge, and women are drawn to that challenge. It's the allure of discovering more about someone that builds a deeper connection and lasting attraction. The key to attracting women lies in maintaining an element of mystery. Don't be an open book. Allow them to uncover your depth and personality over time. And the curiosity will keep them intrigued. The man who controls his desires is irresistible to women. Women are deeply attracted to men who have the ability to control themselves and their desires. Men who don't chase after every temptation but instead exhibit restraint, independence, and self-respect have a magnetic allure. There's something incredibly powerful about a man who knows his limits and doesn't let his impulses dictate his actions. This self-control isn't just about resisting temptation, it's about maintaining a sense of purpose and personal integrity. It shows that a man is secure in who he is and values his independence, making him more attractive in the eyes of women. When a man can stay grounded and focused on his goals, without being swayed by short-term desires or distractions, he demonstrates emotional strength and maturity, qualities that are incredibly appealing. The ability to control one's desires is a sign of strength, emotional intelligence, and self-discipline, making a man irresistible to women who value stability and respect. These psychological weaknesses in women are not games that men can use to manipulate or control. In reality, they are aspects that men need to understand and appreciate, as they help build a strong and healthy relationship. Recognizing and respecting these traits can create deeper connections, fostering mutual understanding and trust. If you found this video helpful and want to learn more about personal development and building better relationships, share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to stay updated with future videos from Inner Stillness. We're here to guide you on your journey of self-awareness and growth.